Okay. Might be we were on this in yesterday's session. Might be we were ended discussion on this particular slide, properties of conditional probability. We discussed this one as well as the probability for the complementary event of event A under the condition B. Hopefully we had uh, worked up to this particular. Is it Pranjul और यहाँ से भी आगे गया था मैं?
No,
But
sir, we were discussing the same thing.
यहाँ तक ही हुआ
It's
था ना
called.
डिस्कस. ये दो
Yes, sir.
प्रॉपर्टी मैंने डिस्कस की थी. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Now, can any of you will help me to provide me the formula for the probability for event G under the condition event H? Can any of you will unmute your mic and will help me for the formula that
Sir,
probability
P
of
of
occurrence
G,
of event G under the condition event H is
probably
already occurred. Yes. Who is talking with
P of
me?
G, Sir
It's
Raj Panjwani.
okay. Okay, Raj. Yes, please, Raj.
P of G upon
P of G upon.
P of G intersection H.
Okay, in the numerator, I am supposed to write just P of G. Is it?
No, no. Ah, yes, sir.
No, beta. In the numerator, we will
Sir,
have P of.
can I say?
Yes, please.
The P of G intersection H upon
H.
P of H.
P of H. In the numerator, we should take the probability of both that events occurring together, and in the denominator, probability of the condition. And I tried to make these things clear yesterday. Good. Now, this thing. Today's first topic, probability of A intersection B. Now, if I'm gonna explain this particular in words, probability of A intersection B, where A and B both are the events dependent on each other. In wording, it will say that probability of occurrence of event A and event B. Is it? Probability of occurrence of event A and event B, because we know that intersection is associated with the word and union is associated with the word or. Okay. Now, let's focus, let's take help of this particular formula. Earlier, I had provided that A over B is probability of A intersection B divided by probability of B, because right now B is my condition. Now, if I'm going to make this term as a subject, then probability of B is lying in the denominator. It will get multiplied with this particular term. So P of A intersection B will look like this. P of A intersection B is probability of A over B into probability of the B. This particular term, probability of A, B is just get multiplied here, nothing else. So this is one of the formula for finding probability of A and B, occurrence of probability of A, occurrence of event A and B together. It should be probability of A into probability of B. Observe here, this is just a conditional probability. Initially, जहाँ पे भी मैं लिख रहा हूँ P of A over B, that means we are just finding probability of event A. But right now, at this stage, we are having one of the condition. Is it? But this term just represents probability of occurrence of event A. So probability of A into probability of B, this is a simple formula. Now, let me give you one more formula. What should be the formula if I'm looking for the probability of B under the condition event A is already occurred? Then it should be probability of B intersection A divided by probability of A. Agree with me? Yes, of course. Now from this formula, if I am opting if I'm looking for P of B intersection A, then probability of A will get multiplied with this term like this, is it? So now observe both these terms, both these formulas, first and second. A intersection B, B intersection A intersection B means A and B intersection A means B and A. That means both these terms are literally equal. Both these events are same. A and B, B and A. We know that in the intersection or in the union, order doesn't matter. Whether I'm finding A intersection B or B intersection A, both will lead us to the same event. So this is the probability of A and B, this is the probability of B and A. But observe, both these formulas are same or not? Can you say that both these formulas are same? Observe here P of A over B, here P of B over A, into P of B into P of A. Now, can you determine whether both these formulas are same or different? Observe on the right hand side,
They are same, sir.
they are same. Rishabh is saying they are same, is it? That means if I want to find P of A over B or P of A, that should be equal. P of B or P of B over A should be equal. Is it like that?
Yes, sir.
Anyone else from the class?
No.
Okay.
P of A over B and P of B over A would not be equal, but P of A intersection B and P of B intersection A would be equal.
Yes, both this right hand side of both that formula 1 and 2 are literally same as I discussed. Now I'm asking Rishabh whether the left hand side of both that formulas are same or not. Obviously it is not
Yes.
same.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
They are same.
They are same.
They are same. They are same.
Left hand side is also same.
Yes, sir.
Because
Okay.
in first one, probability
So
of
if we
A,
write the
second
formula,
one,
if we
probability 2%.
One by one. Yes. First of all, Raj, you will speak. Then after Rishabh will speak. Raj, yes,
In
please.
first one, probability of A is not important, and in the second one, probability of B is not important.
Oh. Here, each and every probability is important, beta. Now,
Okay, sir.
Sir, actually, in the first case, when we simplify P of A over B, we will get P of A intersection B upon P of B. So
okay.
P of B won't matter in the first case because it is independent of that P of A intersection B. And in the second case, if we simplify P of B over A, we will get
Then
P
in the
of
denominator,
B
we will have
intersection
P
A.
of A. Denominator, we will have P of
Yes,
A. That P
so
of A will
it would be cancelled.
get multiplied with this and it will be cancelled. So it will just give you P of
Yes, sir.
B intersection A. That means what? Look,
B
mathematically,
intersection.
both these formulas looks different, but why it looks different? Now, take care. We guys are not going to depend on such kind of notation or such formulas. What is our aim? We are trying to get these things thoroughly. We need the knowledge of this. Now, let me give you one of the complex case. Wait, one of the complex case. Let us discuss. Right now, I'm discussing about two events. Now, what if I'm looking for three event A intersection B intersection C? Now, in the words, this is a probability of occurrence of event A and B and C. That means I'm trying to find probability that all three events A, B, and C are occurring together. That's it. Now, for your reference, you are having formula for the occurrence of two events at a time. Here, this is for your reference. Now, using this formula, any of this, now I will suggest forget about this. We are not worried about this right now. Just focus on the first one. And using that formula as a reference, can you give me the formula for A intersection B intersection C? Any of you? Using this formula as a reference, I need the formula for A intersection B intersection C. Look what we are doing. We are not mug up. We are not कोई formula एक mug up नहीं कर रहे. We are trying to identify a formula. We will create a formula in each and every case. जहाँ पे भी जो भी question related situation होगी, we will identify a formula. We are not gonna remember any such formula. I'm not saying you that you are supposed to write down this formula 50 times, so this will be in your mind. No. We are not doing that kind of work. We will create a formula respective to the example and situation. Okay, and we are even not worried about the notation. Right now I'm using A and B. Quite possible in one of the example I'm using D1, D2. I'm using E1, E2. I'm using A1, A2. I'm using E and F. Is it? So अगर आपने ये formula मगअप की हुई है तो कोई help नहीं मिलेगी. That is for sure. So use this formula as a reference and try to give me the formula for A intersection B intersection C. Any of you, I'm giving you 1 minute.
So
Yes.
P of A
Okay. I'm talking with
Into
Dharmik. Yes,
P of-
Dharmik.
yes sir. P
I will
of A
start with P of A
yeah into P of A and B
into or addition.
plus
Sure.
sorry
Okay. Plus P of
A and intersection B
A intersection B
plus P of C upon C divided by P of A intersection B.
C over. We will not say divide by. Is it C over
C over A intersection B.
A intersection B? Are we done?
Is it correct? Yeah.
Sir, can I speak?
Okay, this is the first answer provided by Darshan, and I will say this is not
It's
correct.
Dharmik.
Sorry, okay, Dharmik. Yes, Dharmik Domadia was there. Not Darshan.
Sir, can I
Dharmik.
speak?
Dharmik, your formula was incorrect. Why? Will explain. But first of all, before that, Rishabh will try. Yes, Rishabh, please.
Sir, P of A
P of A,
into P of B over A
addition of into,
into multiplication.
okay, into P of
B over A,
B over A, okay,
yes, into P of
P of
C over A intersection B.
bingo. This is given by Rishabh, and this is absolutely correct. Now, Rishabh, can you explain this?
Sir, actually,
What?
we did it yesterday. We did it till
वही तो
here yesterday.
मैंने पूछा था भाई कि ये हो गया है कि नहीं हो गया. So A intersection B intersection C, if I had done with this particular, then let me explain it once again quickly. So right now we are focusing over the order. We need the order for this. If I'm taking A as the first event, B is the second event, and C is the third event, then it should be, first of all, event A is going to occur. Then after occurrence of event A, I need that event B is going to occur. And after A and B both occurred, event C will occur. So in first term, just event A is going to occur. We are not having any condition. We are fine with that. While event B is going to occur, event A is already occurred. Is it? So A will be in condition. Under the condition A is already occurred, we are trying to find probability of B. We will try to find probability of B. And with the similar fashion, when we will reach up to event C, where at that time A and B had already occurred, that means A intersection B will be in our condition, and we will be finding probability of event C. So that was the formula which I had already discussed in previous one. So Dharmik, you were absent yesterday, beta? Dharmik,
No, sir.
you were present?
Yeah, I just forgot about that. P of
Oh,
A
you
to B
just
by
forgot about
A.
that. Okay. So that was totally wrong. And we cannot use addition, beta, because we are dealing with event A and B and C, and that and is literally associated with the multiplication, is it? Now, quickly, Dharmik, I'm not satisfied with your answer, so I'm giving you one more chance. If my order is first I'm looking for event C, then after event B, then after event A, then can you help me?
First of all, C, na?
Yes, here is the order. C,
P
B,
of
and A.
A. Sorry, P of B.
First of all, I'm looking for event C, beta.
Yeah, so P of C.
Probability of C
Yeah.
into
P
probability
of B
of
by C.
B under the condition C,
Yeah.
and into
Into
probability
P
of
A over B and C.
B intersection C. Correct. Absolutely correct. So hopefully we had discussed this particular thing yesterday. So abhi koi doubt nahi hoga. Is there any doubt related to this formula? A intersection B intersection C. If there is any doubt, then please unmute your mic and let me know. Please, 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 or you may drop a message over the chat box. Are we clear with this? Both this? Are we clear with both this? If not, then feel free to talk with me. If we are not clear, then feel free to talk with me, please. Am I good to move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Good. Observe. One more thing before going for the next slide. Observe both this. This is just a matter of order. And this, first of all, probability of event B should be there. P of B. Then after occurrence of event B, we are finding A. So in this particular formula, my order is first B and then A for this one. And for B intersection A, I'm following the order AB. First of all, I'm finding probability of event A, and then after probability of event B under the condition A. So here my order is AB. So both these formulas looks different just due to order which I am following. In this formula, I am following the order B, then after A. In this formula, I am following that occurrence of events will be in the order A and B. Okay, so let's move further for the next slide. And this rule is known as a general rule for the multiplication, which I had already shared yesterday. अब लगता है कि यहाँ तक हुआ था, ठीक है ना ऋषभ? कि नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे भी गया था मैं ऋषभ?
सर इधर तक हुआ था.
ठीक है, चल. Let's go for the next one. Properties of conditional probability. In case of independent events, suppose earlier both that events A and B were dependent on each other. Now, if the events A and B are not depending on each other, that in such a case, if I am finding A over B, observe A and B both are independent now, totally independent. Then when I'm finding A over B, that means probability of occurrence of event A under the condition B, A or B dono independent hai, then occurrence of event B will not affect on A. That means in such a case, I can write simply P of A. In such a case, P of B over A will be simply P of B. It is as simple as that, because A and B both are independent. Event B हो रही है तो उसका कोई इफेक्ट A पे नहीं रहेगा. Event A हो रही है तो उसका कोई भी इफेक्ट event B पे नहीं रहने वाला. So P of A over B will be P of A, P of B over A will be P of B, simply in the case of independent events only. Here it is, P of A respect to B is P of A, and P of B respect to A will be P of B. Thus, in such a case, हम लोगों को पता है कि we had one formula for the independent events, that was something like that, probability of A intersection B where P of A into P of B. That I had provided in my first slide, and I said that for the independent events, I will get back to you once again while we are discussing about the conditional probability. Here is that particular side, that particular moment, that A intersection B will be P of A into P of B. That is the formula for the independent event. Independent event को इस तरीके से define किया जाता है कि two events are independent if and only if P of A intersection B is equals to P of A into P of B. Now we can observe that here. Now P of A intersection B, sorry, not A intersection, P of A respect to B, as per the formula, that is P of A intersection B divided by P of B. Now if A and B both are independent, then this particular term A over B will be replaced by just simply P of A. I don't need that particular notation. That
Sir,
means this will be simply, wait for a minute. This will be simply P of A, and by multiplying both this P of A into P of B, we will have P of A intersection B, जो कि यहाँ पे है. Is it? So this is very, very important. I'm having one of the calls, so giving you time, think over that, and we'll be back in 1 minute. Yes, someone was asking something about this formula. Yes, please. Now,
Sir, it's me, Pranjal. Sir,
okay. Yes, Pranjit.
I didn't got that. Sir, if events are independent, we are talking about A intersection B.
Okay.
So, can you please explain this by Venn diagram when events are independent? I thought why won't be the A intersection will be zero because they both are independent events, so they don't have anything in common, no?
Yes, that is just the reason that we will find separate probability of both that, and we will multiply. Okay, look, observe A intersection B. Now A and B both are independent, but both that events are existing. A is one of the event, B is one of the event. You are absolutely correct that nothing will be there in the intersecting part. A intersection B में कुछ होगा ही नहीं.
Sir,
But
why won't
what
be
we are
zero?
finding? Okay. Look. In this case, we are not going to find a set. We are finding probability better. Is it? Probability is a little bit different. Observe this. This is your A. This is your B. A and B. Is it? Both these are
Yes, sir.
totally disjoint sets.
Independent.
According to set theory, the question in your mind, the confusion in your mind is relative to the set theory. If we are discussing about the set theory, then A intersection B will be null set. If A and B both are disjoint, then A intersection B will be null set. You are absolutely correct. But what we are doing right now, we are dealing with the probability. Is it? For the probability part, what is probability? Beta, probability is one of the measure.
Possibility of event to be occurred.
Yes, one of the measure we are assigning that that particular event is going to occur. Is it?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes.
so it can be zero because there are lots of events. Oh wait. Yes, there are lots of events which are independent, but by that term, probability of A intersection B, what we are finding, event A is occurring as well as event B is occurring. It's totally possible. Okay, both that events are occurring and both that are independent. Suppose one of the example was from your batch only, that I am throwing a die and I am tossing a coin. Is it? Now both these events are totally independent, na?
Yes, sir.
It's totally possible that I am doing both that events. I'm throwing a die,
Yes.
getting a head is event A. I'm tossing a coin and getting sorry, I'm throwing a die and getting 5 is event A. I'm tossing a coin and getting tail is event B. So
Yes,
getting
sir.
tail and getting tail in the toss and getting 5 in the die, both that can be possible together. Is it? Yes or no, Pranjul? Am I clear to you?
Yes, sir. I got that point.
प्रांजल देखिए दो इवेंट समझ में आ गया बेटा कि और एक्सप्लेन करूं?
नहीं सर समझ गया. That means here we cannot consider it as zero because probability must be something.
Yes. No, it's not like that. If that is impossible event, then surely that probability will be zero. But you cannot think like sets that A intersection B will be null set. So probability of A intersection B will be zero. It should not be like that. In that case, it will be P of A into P of B. That both the probabilities are totally independent. So that will get multiplied with each other. Is it?
Okay,
That's
sir.
good. Let me move further. Okay. Yet, if there is any doubt in any other's mind, then please, you may talk to me. Huh? Okay, moving further. This is very, very important now. Very, very, very important. Now, two concepts which I'm going to deliver now. One of that is total probability and second is Bayes theorem. Now, each and every examples and our next a topic which is probability distributions are purely based on both this. So I advise all of you, please be focused for next 20-30 minutes. And if there is anything which disturbing us, you can't able to focus over this, please let me know. I will change my teaching style. I will explain with some other words, but both these concepts, total probability and next to this is Bayes theorem, both these are very, very important. Let me know if I'm not clear, please. I request all of you that each and every student must be clear with both these concepts. Then and then I will able to make you clear about the next topics in the next coming units. Okay, now B. Be with me. Okay, are we good to go with this? All of you are ready? All of us are ready to learn this. Hello.
Yes, sir.
How many of you are present? Arjun is there, Avinash, Darshan Raj, Dharmik, Dhruvi. Dhruvi, are you there? Unmute your mic and talk to me.
Yes, sir.
Are we clear up to the last topic? Are you clear up to the last topic?
Yes, sir.
Good. Jignesh. Jignesh, unmute your mic and talk to me. Jignesh Prasad. प्रांजुल, पता करो ये जिग्नेश प्रसाद कौन है?
Okay, sir.
Yes, Jignesh is not. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Good. So let me continue with this. Now, for this, both this, we will be dealing with the mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, and we guys are quite clear about mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. Two events are known as the mutually exclusive if intersection of sample space related to both that is null set, and union related to the sample space of both that event gives us a full sample space. Observe B1, B2. I'm talking about two events, B1, B2. Both these are mutually exclusive. That means union of favorable cases related to B1, B2 will lead us to the whole sample space, and B1 intersection B2 will be surely null set. So by that way, B1 B2 are both mutually exclusive and exhaustive, and we are taking in one of the sample spaces, out of which one is definitely going to occur. That means either B1 is going to occur or B2 is going to occur. If B1 is going to happen, then B2 will be absent over there. अगर B2 हो रही है तो B1 नहीं होगी. So both these are mutually exclusive, exhaustive, and one of that event is surely going to occur. And after occurrence of B1 or B2, event one of the other event, that is event A, will be occurring. Now what we are finding, then the probability of occurrence of event A's, then probability of occurrence of event A's, that particular formula is known as a total probability. This kind of situation is having a label in a statistic, that is total probability case. Now, what is the scenario? Let me give you one of the Venn diagrams so it will help you to understand this. Wait. Yes, here is the Venn diagram. Let me erase that particular ink. Now observe. This rectangular boundary is my sample space. Okay. That rectangular boundary is divided into two parts using this yellow line, using this blue line. This whole sample space is divided in two parts, B1 and B2. Now, as I said, B1 and B2 are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Exclusive माने कि intersection क्या है, null set है, देखिए, both these are totally disjoint, and union of both these will gives us a whole sample space. So by that way, B1 and B2 both are mutually exclusive and exhaustive, and one of them is surely going to occur. If B1 is going to occur, then B1, B2 will be not there. If B2 is going to take place, then B1 will be absent. Now, after occurrence of B1 or B2, we are not sure whether B1 is going to occur or B2 is going to occur. We are just having that information. One of them is going to occur. Now, after occurrence of B1 and B2, we are having one more event, that is event A. Event A, that which I had represented using a green circle. This is my A, event A. Now, if I wish to find probability of A in this case, then what should be the formula? Probability of event A, probability of event A. Then what should be the formula? Let me give you one more approach to understand this. As per the actual scenario, as per the scenario we had taken right now, that event B1 and B2 both are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. B1 and B2 mutually exclusive and exhaustive. One of them, either B1 or B2, is going to occur. If B1 is there, then after that, event A will be occurring, and or B2 के बाद होगी. Now what I am finding for probability of event A. Then there will be two possible ways, and both that will be in either or cases. Now mark my words, either B1 will occur, and after occurrence of B1 we will have event A, or event B2 is occurring, and after occurrence of event B2 we will have event A. Now using that particular logic, we are having two different ways to find the probability of event A. Based on this will be the formula. Probability of A equals to A over B1 into P of B1 plus probability of A respect to B2 over the P probability of B2. Now to make you guys more comfortable, let me give you in this way probability of B1 into probability of A over B1 plus probability of B2 into probability of A respect to B2. What I did, I just reversed this order. ये मैंने पहले लिखा है, बाद में A over B1 लिखा है, nothing else. So formula same ही है, बस मैंने सिर्फ order reverse किया है, nothing else. So this formula is known as a total probability formula. Now, why this thing is happening? Why I had used the addition over here? Why I had used the multiplication over both these places? Can anyone explain this?
Sir, because it is either B1 or B2.
Yes, you had already learned these things in your 12th, so I'm expecting one of the fine answer from your side. Yes, I was interacting with Rishabh. Yes, Rishabh, please now.
Sir, it is either B1 with A, means if B1 will occur, A has to occur, or B2 will occur and A has to occur. So
Okay.
that is why we are using OR.
Okay, and this particular cube is associated with this. This is associated with this case, is it? Now B1
Yes.
and A, probability
Yes.
of B1. First of all, B1 is gonna occur, so B1 is not having any condition right now, so probability of B1, and after occurrence of B1 we have to find the probability of A. So A under the condition B1 is already occurred, so B1 and A. When I'm using word and, I will use multiplication over there. Now this is one of the way to reach up to event A, either this or this. Now this or is represented by this particular addition sign, or for the similar case B2 is going to occur, probability of B2, and after occurrence of B2 we will have event A. So A under the condition B2. Am I clear to all of you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Are we clear? Are we clear? Or is it is like just that me and Rishabh is just interacting and the rest of the class is not feeling comfortable? Hello? Are we good with this? Are we good with this particular?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sri Narayan.
Yes, sir.
I would like to interact with you. Sri Narayan. Sri Narayan.
Yes, sir.
Are you there? Okay, good. Be with me. Suppose I'm making a small change in this hypothesis. If there are three events, beta, B1, B2, and B3 is there. These three are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events in the sample space L, and out of which one is definitely going to occur. B1, B2, B3 में से कोई एक occur होगा. Then after occurrence of B1, B2, B3, event A is going to occur. Now, in such a case, what should be the formula? In such a case, there will be one more event B3, and after occurrence of B3, we will have event A. Now, in this particular case, can you help me to find the probability of event A?
Yes, sir. There will be one addition plus. Here will be. So
Yes,
plus.
in the last, yes. And then in such a case, I need to add one more term over here. Yes, please help me, Srinarayan.
Plus P of B3
Good.
dot P of A over B.
Perfect.
B
over B3.
B3, yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes. Now this is good, good, good. That means you are clear with this. Very good.
Okay.
So
Thank you, sir.
this situation is known as situation related to total probability when we are dealing with two or more than two mutually exclusive and with proceeding that we are having one more event and we are finding the probability of that last event, then this formula will help us. Now it is not necessary that in our example we will have just two mutually exclusive and B1 and B2. It was quite possible that we are interacting with three events, B1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3, or we are having four different events, B1, B2, B3, B4, or I'm labeling these events as a B, C, D, or I'm labeling that events as a E1, E2, E3, E4. So in such a case, if you are going to mug up this formula, then it will not help you. बात आ रही है समझ में? आपने टोटल प्रोबेबिलिटी की ये फॉर्मूला सिर्फ याद कर लिए 10 बार लिख के या 50 बार लिख के, that will surely not gonna help you. Okay, we need to generate a formula. We need to identify a formula in each and every case. That is totally depend on our labeling. What kind of labeling we are giving to our events, that is very, very important. Now, if I'm going to generalize this, that meant for B1, B2, B3 up to BK events, then we are also able, now we are also able to write down that formula. But before going for that generalized rule, let me make you clear with mathematical proof of this concept also. इसकी एक mathematical proof भी हो सकती है for this formula. How we can do that? Now, as we are clear with the concept now, I'm damn sure that you will able to understand this. You will surely able to understand this proof. Okay. I'm giving you just 2 minutes. Go through this three statements, supportive statement which I had provided, and let me know whether you are clear or not. Pranjul, is there any disturbance from my side or am I properly audible?
No, sir, you are properly audible. You are properly audible.
Good, good, good. So, as you can see in the Venn diagram, probability of event A is actually lying in both that part, A intersection B1 or A and A intersection B2. So probability of A intersection B1 plus A intersection B2. And if I'm going to replace that A intersection B1 with the earlier formula, which we had just identified in previous slide, then A intersection B1 will be in this order, might be in this order, because first of all, event B1 or B2 is going to occur. So using that multiplication rule, I can replace both these terms over here with this formula. And if I'm replacing both that terms with this formula, then we will have this formula. Is it? So might be you are clear, or if you are not able to get this, then please let me know. तो मैं ये भी explain कर दूँ एक बार, और we are good to move ahead. या समझ में आ रहा है? तो मैं आगे बढ़ूँ, या तो फिर मुझे बताओ अगर ज़रूरत है. Then we'll explain this also. But this proof is not important for you. We are interested in this particular formula. One must be able to generate his or her formula while we are interacting with one of the example. And just after this one slide, I will lead you for one of the example related to total probability. मैं वहाँ पे ले ही जाऊँगा क्योंकि this is very, very important. So good. Moving further, okay? Now I'm giving you the general formula for the total probability. Here is the general formula. Yes. In general, if I'm having B1, B2, B3 up to K events, Bk, are K mutually exclusive and exhaustive events of a sample space is, and one of them is surely going to occur, and after occurrence of any of that, event A is going to occur. And if we wish to find the probability of event A, then it will be once again the same. A over B1 into P of B1, A over B2 into P of B2, A over B3 into P of B3, up to A over Bk into P of Bk. Earlier we had gone for 2 events, then after 3 events की बात बताई मुझे आप में से श्रीनारायण ने, और now this is the formula for the K events. Is it? Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, please, Rishabh.
Not a doubt. I mean, can we not simply write P of A intersection B1 instead of A over B1 into B1?
No. Because that will be totally dependent on B1. B1, we need to use B1 as a condition. I cannot
Yes,
write.
but if we simplify P of A over B1, it would be P of A intersection B1.
Okay. You just want to simplify this particular A over B1, and in the denominator we will have P of B1, and it will be.
Yes.
तो वो तो क्या बात हुई?
वही बात हुई
बेटा, वो तो वही बात हुई. देखे वहां से तो हमने स्टार्ट किया था. Just be with me. Observe here. This statement.
Yes.
Is it like that
yes.
only?
Yes.
Is it no? That is what you want to say.
Yes,
but
sir.
That will be not possible each and every time to identify that. But this things, such kind of probabilities, A over B1 or B over A1, that will be provided in the question. Okay, we will try to identify such kind of probabilities from the question, and that will help us more. In other case, the way you are interacting, the way you are giving your explanation, that is perfectly okay.
Means it is just a different way to express.
Yes, just different way to express, and that this particular way, it is more useful for us, is it?
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. And instead of giving all that lengthy term, we may use the summation also. So in this, एक बार मैं आपको समझा दूं कैसे लिखा है. P of A, instead of writing that K different term, I'm using summation, and I'm using my summation variable as I running from 1 to K. And that summation means I'm supposed to add all the terms, and that P of A over Bi into P of Bi is just the different way to represent this lengthy formula, nothing else. So both these are literally same, is it? Here in this term, I'm using the variable I, and that I is running from 1 to K, and I need to add the summation means I'm adding all such kind of terms, is it? So that is the way I had written this. It's totally fine. Mostly we will be dealing with 3 mutually exclusive events. Now, before going for the Bayes theorem, let me take you for one of the example. Related to total probability, yes. Seven is okay. We'll discuss it later. Now on your screen we are having example number 9. Is it? Before that we are yet supposed to cover 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's okay. We will be doing that later in the session. But right now I'm totally focused with total probability. Now, when I was explaining the concept related to total probability, there was a labeling, total probability, and वो पूरा concept मैंने आपको दिया. अब when we are dealing with one of the example, the word total probability will be not there. We are supposed to identify for this situation, we will take a help of total probability, or we are going to take a help of Bayes theorem, or I'm going to take a help of conditional probability simply. So that will be your call. You are supposed to decide. In that way, this subject is little bit sensitive for most of you. कि सर ये probability थोड़ा problem तो कर रही है, क्योंकि at the end of syllabus, at the time of examination, I was not able to judge कि which formula is helpful for that particular question. अगर वो decide नहीं कर रहे तो बिल्कुल useful नहीं है जो भी हम कर रहे हैं. So that is our approach. उस हिसाब से हम लोग study कर रहे हैं कि you must be able to identify your formula instantly according to the situation. Now read this particular vivid this situation in an assembly plant. In a certain assembly plant, there are 3 machines, B1, B2, and B3, which are producing 30%, 45%, and 25% respectively of the product. कोई एक assembly plant में जो भी production हो रहा है उसका 30% production B1 machines के द्वारा हो रहा है, 45 is producing with B2, and 25% production is handled by B3. Now, it is known that from the past experience, if I am running with my one of the plant, then surely I will have my past data. It is known that from the past experience that 2%, 3%, and 2% of the product made by each machine respectively are defective. That means machine B1 is producing 2% defective items. Sorry, there is disturbance. Okay, now we are good to go. That means what? Machine B1 is producing 2% defective items, machine B2 is producing 3% defective item, and B3, the production from B3 is having 2% defectives. Now this is the data we are having. What we are supposed to find. Now, suppose that a finished product is randomly selected. Finished product is randomly selected. What is the probability that it is a defective product? This is a scenario. This is one of the question from last year. You are a student of MU, but this subject is also offered on the GTU also. So this is a similar question. This is the same question I choose from the GTU paper, previous GTU paper. So can you identify? Okay, we will take a help of total probability or not. Can any of you is able to explain me what is the scenario and how we are going to solve this? First of all, I'm giving you 1 minute. Kindly read the question once again. If I'm not clear with the instruction, then let me know. अगर मुझे आपको question एक बार फिर समझाना पड़े तो कोई issue नहीं है. I will explain this. Not Rishabh now. ऋषभ से मैंने काफी बात कर ली. अब कोई और मुझसे बात करेगा. Can reply me. I'm giving you 1 minute. First of all, read this question instruction carefully, and then I will choose person from the audience. Look, this is our lab session, is it? So both of us, you as well as me, both are supposed to be active. It is not like that that you are just attending the session by putting your headphones on and it will not work. We need to concentrate, we need to focus, we need to work together. Maharana. Jignesh, kindly mute your mic, beta. Jignesh Prasad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Maharana, please, will you help me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Maharana, help me for this particular. If you need any help to understand the question, then please let me know. अगर आपको question समझ में आ गया है तो please try to explain this. Maharana, are you there? Am I audible to you, Maharana?
Yes, sir.
Can you help me to solve this question? Yes or no? Simply.
No, sir.
Okay. Stay with us. I'll get to you once again between the questions, so be with me. Ayush. Unmute your mic, Ayush. Ayush Panushali. Okay, not किया जाए. Ayush is not attending yet. उसको I will not provide the attendance to any such students, those who are not active. Ayush Panushali. Okay. Then let me choose from. Yes, Kalab. Are you there, Kalab?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Am I clear with my previous topics?
Yeah, I already tried the question. Can I tell you my answer?
Yes. Can you explain this?
Yeah, I already tried
Yes,
it.
Okay.
So,
Then try to.
yeah, the probability of the defective.
Yes, we are finding the probability of defective item.
Yeah, my
Selected
final
randomly
answer
from
is.
the finished product.
Yeah, let me tell you my final answer.
Okay.
0.0245.
0.0245. And
This
I'm
is the
just
probability
interested
of
to know.
the defective
I'm
material.
interested. Yes, Kalab. Might be your answer is correct, but I'm interested. I'm not interested in the answer. I'm interested how you had formed, how you had labeled
How did
your
I do? How did I do
yes,
my
how did
answer?
I do and how did you form your formula? What
Okay.
are the labeling you had used? That is what I'm interested in.
I use the formula you show us before, like you show us a minutes before, 5 minutes before. I use the
5
formula.
minutes before in the previous slide. Okay.
Yeah, the previous slide.
Okay, I will be once again with you after my explanation and will be talking with you whether
Okay.
both this your explanation and my explanation was similar or not. Okay, so stay
Okay,
tuned.
sir.
Mute your mic, Maharana. Mute your mic, beta.
Okay,
Maharana,
sir.
mute your mic. Good. Pranjul, now let me take your help.
Yes, sir.
Do you think here B1, B2, B3, these three are mutually exclusive ends? Yes or no? B1, B2, B3 will act as a mutually exclusive events or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir, they will.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Look, what we are doing, we are selecting a item from the lot. At the end of the day, in a factory, जो भी item produce हुई है, all that finished items are together and we are selecting an item from that. That items might be produced from machine B1, might be produced from machine B2, might be produced from machine B3. It's totally possible that after that item is produced by B1 and it is defective, B2 से produce हुई है और defective है, B3 से produce हुई है और defective है, is it? So this are the three different ways let me, okay, before going for that, let me try to explain it. जो भी बच्चों को ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, एक बार फिर से समझा दूं. We are having one of the factory. I'm running with one of the factory. This is my factory, might be, and now I'm having 3 machines with me. I'm having 3 machines. B1, B2, B3. These are my 3 machines. B1, B2, B3. Now B1 is taking care of 30% production of my factory. B2 is taking care for 45% production of my factory, and B3 is taking care for rest of 25% production. So 30 plus 45, 75 plus 25, 100% productions are there. Now, all these 3 machines are producing some of the defective item. That percentage for B1, that percentage is 2%. For B2, that defective chances are 3%. And that chances that selected item, the machine B3 will produce a defective item, that chances are 2%. Now, what I am doing at the end of the day, the whole production, here is the whole production, suppose. This is the whole production of some of the items. It might be produced by machine B1 or B2 or B3. These all are the production, lot of the production. All are the finished item, just for understanding. जो भी production यहाँ से हुआ है वो भी यहाँ पे आएगा, वो भी यहाँ पे आएगा, and these 3 machines are putting the production over here. Now I am selecting a random item from this. Now I am looking for this item is defective. What is the probability that this item is defective? Now for that, there are 3 different possibilities, 3 different ways that a selected item is produced by machine B1 and it is defective. This selective item is produced by machine B2 and it is defective. And selected item is produced by machine B3 and it is defective. So there are 3 different possibilities in terms of selecting this item. Event B1, B2 and B3 will act as a mutually exclusive event because the selected item will be produced by one of them only. It is not possible that I had selected one of the item and it is produced by all these 3 or any of 2. It's impossible. So selected item will be either produced by B1 or B2 or B3. In such a case, this 3 will act as a mutually exclusive event. And after that, we will take a help of that total probability. In which manner? Let me show you. And one more thing we need to take care while we are presenting such kind of questions in the examination, we must be very much aware about our about our presentation. Presentation must be up to the mark. If it is not up to the mark, then by just giving a simple answer, you will not able to get the full marks. So I need the labeling proper in each and every question. Your presentation must be neat and clean. Is it? How you are supposed to do that? I'm here to help you for that. First of all, we will go for labeling. Let S be the sample space related to this particular. Okay, Vijay is saying, sir, I have done good beta. We will see. Consider the following events. Now I am going to label my events related to the question. A, product is defective. Now I'm labeling A as a product is defective. B1, the selected product is made by machine B1. Event B2 means a selected product is produced by machine B2, and similar way B3. Now what we are looking for? Okay, some of the data let us collect. What is the probability that a selected item is produced by machine B1? That was provided us in the percentage. That 30% production is taken care by machine B1. That means 30% items out of 100% machine B1 is gonna produce. So selected item is produced by machine B1. That 30% we need to just convert it into the fraction. अगर percentage को fraction में convert करना है, we are quite aware about that. We just need to divide that particular by 100. So percentage को अगर fraction में convert करना है, then 30 divided by 100, it will be 0.3. So that will give us a probability for machine B1. Same way, 45 divided by 100.45 for the B2, and for the probability of event B3, that will be 0.25. Now, one more thing is provided, that machine B1 is producing 2% defective. For B2, that figure is 3%, and for B3, that figure is 2%. Now, how we are going to label this? Defective from B1, defective from machine B1, defective from machine B2, defective from machine B3. That will be labeling like this. We also know that 2%, 3%, and 2% of the product made by each machine respective are defective, and this will be the notation A over B1. That means what? Selected item is produced by machine B1, that is a condition, and after that, that is defective. Remember that event A is product is defective. That is our event A. That is our labeling. You may use D over there, D for dog, D for defective. It's totally fine. But I'm using it as A. So B1 is condition A. Probability of A will be 0.02, because 2 divided by 100. 2 divided by 100. Once again, that chances are provided in the percentage, and we need to convert it into the fraction. So 2 by 100, 0.02, like that, 0.03 and 0.02. A over B2, A over B3. Now, applying the rule of total probability, this will be the case. Selected item is defective. There are 3 different chances. Either it is produced by B1 and it is defective, or addition means or selected item is produced from B2 and it is defective, or selected item has produced from B3 and it is defective. And observe, all these data are provided in the question. We are having all this data, P of B1, B2, B3, A over B1, A over B2, A over B3. I had provided that data in the question, so we just need to multiply it, and respective addition will give us 0.0245. Is it? So might be Kalab, your answer was correct, is it now? It was 0.0245, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, let me know the same, with the similar fashion, you had solved this question or not?
Yeah, I use the same method.
Okay, good. Thank you. That means you are quite clear with this particular concept, which I am delivering right now.
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Vijay Raj Jain, you said that, sir, I had done. यही आंसर था बेटा आपका, Vijay Raj. What was your answer? Vijay Raj, are you there? He's not there, might be.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
You got the same answer?
Yes, sir.
Good. So this is one of the example related to total probability. Now, if we are clear with that, then I will take you for Bayes theorem. Wait, yes, Bayes theorem. Before that, total probability. I'm giving you 2 minutes. This was also the part of your 12th syllabus, and very, very important concept once again. So might be most of you are comfortable with this, but I'm giving you just 3-4 minutes. This is a statement for the Bayes theorem, and these are the explanation of that. B1, B2 both are mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, and A is gonna event after occurring B1 and B2, and we are finding B1 given A. Earlier we were finding probability of event A, now we are finding probability of B1 under the condition A, or we may go for probability of event B2 under the condition A. If we want to find identify both that probabilities, then this will be the formula. Now, will you able to help me for that? I'm giving you 2-3 minutes, just go through it, try to recall that concepts, or if you're not able to recall that concepts, if you just use your simple logic for the total probability, then you will be able to explain me why I'm going to use this formula for the Bayes theorem. So your time starts now. I'm giving you 3-4 minutes. in this slide, we are talking about Bayes' theorem, and the background which we need for that particular formula is something like that. Suppose let us start with the two mutually exclusive and exhaustive ends, B1 and B2. B1 and B2 are mutually exclusive and exhaustive ends of a sample space S, and A is an event, then probability of occurrence of event B1 given A. The similar background we are having in the total probability concept. Two events, B1, B2 exclusive, mutually exclusive, exhaustive, one of them is going to occur, and after occurrence of B1 or B2, we are having an event A. Now, if we wish to find the probability that event B1 is going to occur under the condition A is occurred, then the formula will be P of A over B1 into P of B1 divided by P of A over B1 into P of B1 plus P of A over B2 into P of B2. Now observe the denominator. The denominator is actually nothing but probability of A. That is actually the total probability formula. In this denominator, this thing is nothing but the formula of total probability. Now in this formula, I am taking for B1 oblique A, B1 respect to A, sorry, and B2 respect to A, then it will be A over B2 into P of B2. सिर्फ numerator में ही फर्क है देखिए. In the denominator, I am having P of A once again. Now, why I am using P of A over B1 into P of B1 in the numerator? Can you explain this? Any of you?
So,
Yes, Dharmik.
so let me give an example for this.
Perfect.
Like in the previous question, it was question like defective piece. We have to find defective piece, and there was three machines like B1, B2, and B3. Here the question is, we have to find the machine from which the defective piece is occurred. For
Okay.
that purpose,
Wait, Dharmik. For your help, let me go to that particular slide, which will help you a lot. Yes. You need to add one more question in this example, is it?
No. I'm just taking this example for that.
Okay, this is the example in front of all of us now.
हाँ, इसमें हमने ये ढूंढा कि डिफेक्टिव पीस मिलेगा, क्या चांसेस है कि डिफेक्टिव पीस मिलेगा.
Yes,
But
we were finding what are the chances that randomly selected piece is defective. Now,
yeah, पर उस फॉर्मूला के लिए we have to find कि वो डिफेक्टिव पीस हमें कौन से मशीन से मिलेगा.
Absolutely correct. Now, if in this question, if we are looking for the probability that selected item is defective, and what are the chances that selected item was produced by machine B1? Is it? That is what you want to say?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Selected item is defective, and what are the chances that defective item is produced by machine B2 or machine B3? You are absolutely correct. That means you are very much clear with this concept. Good. So once again, let me get back to that slide only. Yes. If you are finding occurrence of event B1 under the condition A has already occurred, and if I'm using that under the condition A, B2 must be there, then both this will be a formula. In the denominator, we will be using probability of event A, and here A is depending on B1 and B2 both, so it will be divided into two parts, because right now I have used B1 and B2 two mutually exclusive and exhaustive events. If I'm having three different mutually exclusive and exhaustive events, then in the denominator we will have one more term plus A over B3 into P of B3, quite possible. So denominator is nothing but P of A. As we know that as per our simple definition of probability, it should be the probability of condition must be in the denominator. So this is nothing but P of A, all P of A. Now observe A over B1 into P of B1. We need to find probability that event B is going to occur, and after occurring of event B1, we need to find P of event probability of event A. The similar fashion B2 की अगर हम B2 की बात करें, then numerator will be just replaced by B2 in place of B1, nothing else. And if you're having three different events, B1, B2, B3, तो denominator में यहाँ पे B3 आएगा, nothing else. So this is a formula for the Bayes theorem. And Bayes theorem, when we are dealing with the Bayes theorem, we will surely gonna take a help of total probability in that formula. That denominator is nothing but the formula related to total probability. Now, me and Vijay just, Dharmik, me and Dharmik just discussed about that, but let me take you for that once again. The question, this was the question. The similar question which the same question which we had just discussed for the total probability. Now if I'm going to add one more question over here, what is the probability that selected defective item is produced by machine B1? What are the chances that selected item is defective and it is produced by machine B2? What are the chances if the selected item is defective and it is produced by machine B3? In such a case, we need the concept related to Bayes theorem. That is what I want to say. Wait, let me give you that. Yes. Now read this question. Read this question once and try to identify the situation. Once again, I'm giving you 1 minute. Just try to read this question and identify. Also, we are not worried about the solution. Don't worry about the solution. वो कैसे होगा मैं बताऊंगा. What you are supposed to do right now, just supposed to identify the situation. Are you able to get that earlier question and this question, a kind of similar question, but here we are looking for some other probability. Is it? That is what you are supposed to identify. So hopefully you are able to get this. As per the question 10, there are 3 boxes, A, B, and C. Earlier, machines were having labeling B1, B2, B3. Now that boxes are having label B1, A, B, and C contains 10%, 20%, and 30% of defective joints, respectively. What we are supposed to find? A joint is selected at random, which is found defective. It is given that a selected joint is defective. Now what we are supposed to find and determine the probability that it comes from box A, second question from box B, third question from box C. Is it? So this is a scenario when we will use a Bayes theorem. So this is a Bayes theorem statement, and if you simplify all the terms in the denominator and numerator, surely you will be able to find why it is B of B1 over A. We are not interested in that. And we can generalize this statement like this: B over A1. It is as same as that earlier I just used the two mutually exclusive and exhaustive events B1 and B2. If that mutually exclusive and exhaustive events are K, B1, B2, B3 up to Bk, then formula will be like this, which is literally same as earlier. So based on both this, Bayes theorem and total probability, let us deal with some of the basic examples quickly. हम 2-3 examples जल्दी से कर लेते हैं. And based on that, I will give you one of the exercise by today evening, and that will contain approx 4 to 5 questions, and that you guys will maintain in your lab book. So quickly, let us go for 1 or 2 examples. This is some of the very basic examples. Don't worry about that. Let A and B are two independent events. Probability of event A is 3 by 8. Probability of event B is 7 by 8. Now, A union B is 3 by 4. What we are supposed to find? A over B, B over A, and decide which event is possible. Decide that which of the event from A and B is possible. A over B is possible or B over A is possible. Let me show the solution. Let S is a sample space, and these are the data which we are having. Probability of occurrence of event A is 3 by 8. Probability of occurrence of event B is 7 by 8. And A union B is 3 by 4. Now let me find A over B. And before that, let us reveal the formula of A union B. P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B, that we are already aware about that. So using that, if I am finding A intersection B, probability of A intersection B, it will be 1/2. I'm just doing simple addition, multiplication and subtraction, nothing else. So it will be 1/2. So now I am having P of A, P of B, P of A union B, as well as P of A intersection B. All the things are with me. Now, if I wish to find P of A intersection B, sorry, P of A over B, where B is my condition, and I'm looking for the probability of occurrence of event A under the condition B is already occurred, as per the formula, P of A intersection B divided by P of B, and I'm having both the data above 1/2 and 7 by 8. So 1/2 divided by 7 by 8 will lead me towards 4 by 7. We are knowing that the range of probability is always from 0 to 1. It might be 0, it might be 1, or in between 0 and 1. So this probability is 4 by 7, that means less than 1. So it's quite possible this event is going to happen. This is a possible event. Now, if we go for B by A, right now, if we go for B by A, as per the formula B intersection A, P of A intersection B is equals to B intersection A, तो इसमें कोई फर्क नहीं होगा, 1/2 as it is. Probability of event B was 7 by 8. Now probability of event A is 3 by 8. So 3 by 8. Now, if I reduce that particular fraction, then it will be 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is 1.333, which is greater than 1. So that means that event is not possible. A kind of silly question, I can say, to decide whether A over B is possible or B over A is possible. This is one of the simple example. If you are having any doubt, then unmute your mic and we can discuss this. Yes, Darshan had already said that A over B is possible, B over A is not possible. Correct, beta? Any other? Are you having any doubt related to this question, or we are good to move ahead? I need a reply over the chat box. We should be interactive. If we are good, then we will move ahead. Yes, no doubt about this. 26. No doubt, no doubt. You must be replying over chat box at least. It's not like that. I'm just delivering. Yes, sir. Continue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me continue. Good. Thank you. Example 8. Now let us discuss one more example. A box containing 100 bulbs. Out of 10 bulbs have defect of type A. Different scenario. Be focused. Out of 100 bulbs, 10 bulbs have defect of type A. 5 bulbs have defect of type B, and 2 bulbs are having defect of both the types. In earlier question, I had provided directly that P of A, P of B, P of A intersection B in the numbers. Now I am giving that information in the wording. Now we are supposed to collect that data. We can easily identify P of A, P of B out of this. Is it? So what we are supposed to find now in this case, we are supposed to find probability of B over A and B dash over A dash. Right, observe this notation is totally invalid. We should not be using denominator sign. It should be vertical moron. So kindly ignore that. Let me go for the solution of this. Let S be the sample space. Event A, bulb is having a defect of type A. B, the bulbs have defect of type B. Now, number of S, we are having in our sample space, we are having 100 bulbs. So out of that 100, 10 bulbs have the defect of type A. So number of favorable bulbs for event A is 10. Number of favorable cases for event B is 5. And number of favorable cases for A intersection B will be 2. Using that, we will find P of A, P of P, and P of A intersection B. 10 divided by 100 will give me 1 by 10. 5 divided by 100 will give me 1 by 20. And 2 divided by 100 will give me 1 by 50. So this is the possibility that selected bulb is having defect of type A, selected bulb is having defect of type B, and selected bulb is having both the A and B kind of defect. It will be 1 by 50. This is simple. Now, first of all, let us try to find probability of occurrence of event A under the condition event A is already occurred. As per the formula, B intersection A divided by A, and both that data as we have already collected. A intersection B or B intersection A is 1 by 50. 1 by 50 is later equals to 0.02. So point divided by 1 by 10, that is 0.1. So it will be 0.2. And second, now this is interesting. B dash over A dash, that means selected, probably that selected bulb is not having type B under the condition it is not having a defect of type A. If I'm going to explain this particular in the wording, then it says that probability that selected bulb is not having defect of type B under the condition the bulb is not having defect of kind A, is it? And as per the definition, it will be B dash intersection A dash divided by A dash. Now B dash intersection A dash, I'm going to take a help of De Morgan's rule. B dash intersection A dash, the complement. If I'm going to subtract it from 1, then I will have surely B dash intersection A dash. Good. Denominator probability of a complementary event of A will be 1 minus probability of event A. And complements, according to De Morgan's rule, that will give us P of A union B. And P of A union B, we are aware that P of A plus P of P minus P of A intersection B and all that data as we are having. And subtracting all that values, we will have 0.967. That will be answer for B dash intersection A dash, is it? So are we clear with this also? Or I'm on this slide only. If we are having any question, any doubt related to example 8, then I'm here to discuss. Any of you, please?
Sir,
Yes, Vishal Booster might be. No, Mohammad Yasin. Yes, Yashin.
Sir, for the second one.
The second one. What the problem you're facing for the second one, Yashin?
Sir, can we not do 1 minus probability B upon A?
Raj,
1 minus
Probability B upon A.
1 minus probability of B upon A. Okay, that's not correct. Take care. That's not correct.
B over A dash.
Yes. You can. This is incorrect. Totally incorrect. Instead of writing that, you may use like this. Probability of B over A dash. This will be correct. This will be the only correct way. Because you cannot, Yashin, you cannot change your condition, na? Is it? Observe in both this, B and B dash, both are complementary event, is it? But if you are writing in this way, then you are disturbing the condition even. Earlier the condition was A dash and now your condition is A. This is literally wrong. Are you getting my point or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But this is the perfect. You can use like that. B over A dash. If you're going to subtract that probability from 1, it will lead you to the same answer. It's totally fine. But are you comfortable with this presentation, this explanation? Yes or no?
Sir, little bit confused.
Little bit confused. Why? In which manner? Let me help you. If you are confused,
Yes,
then I'm here. I'm here. If you are
Can
confused,
you
let me.
please, if you can please repeat for the second one?
Yes, yes, surely I will repeat for all of you. Wait. Mm. Mhm. What we are finding? We are finding probability of B dash over A dash. Is it? That was the question? Yes or no?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Is my screen is properly visible to all of you? Is that color, red color, is comfortable, or I need to change that color?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, good. Now, as per the definition of, let me mark that definition here once again. As per our definition of conditional probability, if I'm looking for the probability of E over the condition F, then what is that? What will be that? E intersection F divided by condition, that is probability of condition, that is probability of F. Is it? Now, with the reference of this particular, I'm writing probability of B dash intersection A dash divided by P of A dash. Are we good, Yashin, up to this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now observe, this is one of the event. If I need to find this probability, instead of that, okay, forget about the numerator first. Let me talk about the denominator. A dash. A dash is a complementary event of A. If I'm having probability of A and I'm going to subtract it from 1, then it will be literally equals to A dash. Is it? P of A dash, I can
Yes.
write 1 minus P of A. With the similar fashion, this is one of the event. If I'm going to subtract 1 minus probability of B dash intersection, B dash intersection A dash complement from 1. If I'm going to subtract this particular complement from 1, then it will be same, yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Are you good with this? Are you good?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Now, 1 minus. As per the De Morgan's rule, complement of this particular.
B union A.
Yes, it will be probability of A union B or to B union A. Are we good?
Yes.
Or I need to
Yes, sir.
explain it once more?
No, no.
Is it done?
Good.
Now,
Yes.
1 minus P of A union B, we are having a formula P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Is it? Divide by the
Yes.
same 1 minus P of A. That's what I had did. Observe. Yes or no? Now, are
Oh,
we
yes.
good?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear. Good. Any other doubt from your side? Any other doubt from your side? Any of you? Any other doubt? Please let me know. Good, 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 good. That means we are good with this. And after that, example 9 we had already done, and we'll move with this one from the next lab. It's okay. So it's up to this only for today's session. Now, before signing off, I need to, before giving you the break, let me once again go through the attendance once. Before that, let me stop the recording so it will not create any chaos.